Welcome to Stories That Shaped Scripture, the channel where we uncover the hidden people and powerful moments that left an eternal mark on the story of the Bible. Some names in Scripture are well known, others are easy to miss, tucked into genealogies or mentioned only once. But sometimes a single sentence tells the story of a lifetime. Today we explore one of those moments. This is the story of Sheerah, the woman who left a legacy in stone. The Bible only mentions her once. No speeches, no miracles, no detailed backstory, just one powerful verse. His daughter was Sheerah, who built Lower and Upper Beth Horon as well as Uzzen Sheerah. 1 Chronicles 7:24. That's it. But that one sentence says more than we think. Sheerah wasn't a prophetess or a queen. She was a builder. A woman in a world where construction, leadership and city planning were reserved for men. But somehow, her vision and work were so lasting, her city still carried her name. Let's step back. Sheerah was a descendant of Ephraim, Joseph's son. Her family history was marked by both loss and promise. Just a few verses before, we read of sons who were killed by people from Gath while trying to claim land. Amid this violence and loss, Sheerah appears. And instead of retreating, she builds. She builds not just homes, but cities. And not just any cities. Lower and Upper. Beth Horon would become crucial military and trade cities in Israel's history. Beth Horon stood along a vital pass between the coastal plain and the hill country of Judah. This made it a key defensive and commercial corridor. Centuries later, these cities would be mentioned during major biblical battles. In Joshua 10, Israel defeats 5 Amorite kings and chases them down the descent of Beth Horon as God sends hailstones from heaven. In 1 Samuel 13, Saul and Jonathan fight Philistines near the same region. In 2 Chronicles 25, King Amaziah battles Edom using the strategic terrain. Sheerah established the infrastructure that made those moments possible. She laid the foundation for victories her descendants would experience. And Uzzen Sheerah, that city bore her name, the only woman in the Hebrew Bible to be named as a city founder. In the biblical world, men went to war. Women raised families. Cities were named after kings and patriarchs. But here stands Sheerah, an exception to every rule. When the sons of her house died in pursuit of land, she secured land through perseverance and planning. She didn't just inhabit space, she shaped it. She left behind cities that others would live in, defend and pass through. And the Bible honors her not just by naming her, but by recording her works. We don't know what she said, but we know what she built. Why does this matter? Because Sheerah reminds us that legacy isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like construction, infrastructure, quiet, consistent work that lasts beyond your years. Sometimes it's about building a place of safety when others are tearing things down. Her cities became places of movement, conflict, and divine intervention. Proof that her work was not just physical, but spiritual. And while Scripture gives her only one verse, it gives her something more important: permanence. Uzzen Sheerah literally means the portion of Sheerah. Her name was etched into the land. We live in a world obsessed with fame, visibility, and going viral. But Sheerah reminds us that true legacy might not make headlines. It might look like showing up, building strong foundations, and letting your work speak for itself. What are you building that will outlast you? Like Sheerah, may we be people who shape the future quietly, faithfully, and with lasting strength. Thanks for watching Stories That Shape Scripture. If this story of quiet strength encouraged you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that their work matters. Join us next time as we uncover more powerful lives that shaped the story of God. Until then, stay rooted in the stories that shaped Scripture.